Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday, episode 124. 124 weeks, continuously bringing you content to help you be a better RVer, whether you're no time, still researching, part-time taking cool trips of days, weeks, or months, or even a full-time traveler like myself. Clearly, I've done some renovations on my van, and even with a wide-angle camera, it doesn't capture all the goodness of those new renovations. It's just a delight to have you join me tonight. And I am coming at you from a very special place. This is the hotel lobby at El Rancho Hotel on Route 66 in Gallup, New Mexico. And I am really excited to bring this to you tonight. It's just one of the most amazing things. Our big topic tonight is the Overland Expo. Howdy, my name is Scott. Welcome to my program here. There we go. Had a little stuck button action going on. And it's just a delight to have you here. See a bunch of folks in here already tonight. And again, we got a big show. Let me get right into what's going on. So I'm on the second level of the hotel lobby, and this is the hotel lobby cam pointing down, and that's the stairway coming up to the second level. I've actually been here for a couple of days now. This is my third night, and I leave Gallup, New Mexico tomorrow. So let me kind of run through the program for you, what we have in store for you tonight. We're going to talk about the Overland Expo that I was at last weekend in Flagstaff, Arizona. And before we get too far into the program, I just want to give a little pause and a little blessing for Tina Turner, who died today in Switzerland. She was an amazing gal, incredible life story. And I grew up in the 80s, grew up into adulthood in the 80s, and so she was a big impact. A lot of great songs out of that very famous solo album, and then her being Auntie in Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, one of my favorite movies ever. So quiet moment for Tina Turner, please. Let me know what your favorite Tina Turner song is. She had to really embattle life early on, and then really found herself in her 40s, I think, as it were. Let me go here. So here's our program tonight. It's just great to have you here. We're going to do a recap on the Wild West. That was a few weeks ago. Overland Expo West. We got the Libation Live. This is Duke whiskey that I bought in the hotel, and we've got a movie, Lust for Gold, and a song, Standing on the Corner, to cover with you tonight. It's all about your questions and comments. That's the question format, if you can help me out there. 3 stars, 3 question marks, and then your question helps me find it more readily. Libation Live, as I indicated, this is a John Wayne's son that's kind of running the distillery. And I discovered it here in the lobby, or the gift shop in the hotel. So I'm really excited to get that open. I have not had a taste of it yet, so I'm super excited. The jingle jar is here. If you give a tip, we give a jingle in the jar. And I saw one come in already. Let's show what that looks like for folks. I think this is Travel Dreamer. And here we go. So we jingle the jar, and everybody has to have a drink if you're playing the game of the jingle jar. So if you want to give us a super chat, sure do appreciate that. Just touch the $sign next to the chat field, and you see your options there. So it elevates your question, as important as anything, so I can see it really fast like this and answer it right away. So Travel Dreamer wants to know, and thank you again for your super chat. Appreciate that. Did you see many companies with modular designs for greater customization? I would say yes and no. And when I say that, it's because it was really an overland vehicle show. There were very few vans. There was a lot of Jeeps, trucks of all types, sizes, even some towables, and some really extreme off-road, like earth roamer rigs. I did see VanDoIt there. They have a kind of a modular approach, but I would say on the van side, no, was probably the deal there. And it's just not a van-focused event. So that's why I went to go check it out. People warned me about that. They were right. And that's why we're going to focus our efforts on Adventure Van Expo going forward, because this was not the crowd for that. Good question, though. Always looking for the innovation, right? All right, let's see what else we got going on tonight. We got a big show. So if when the jar jingles, if you're playing the game, this is from Roads of Life. That means you have to have a drink or whatever it is you're drinking. I'm drinking water right now. So if you want to stay nice and hydrated or get a little glow, you can take a sip when the jar jingles. Appreciate that, Roads of Life. If you have a van story you'd like to share, either leading up to and then getting your van, maybe you've had your van for a while and you want to share that with folks, it's really important to have people other than me tell their story. So there's two ways to do that. There's the email address. They're on your screen or on my website, GoSmallLiveLarge.com. I've got a form you can fill out, and then we'll communicate and see if we can get you on the show. Where am I coming at you from? I'm coming at you from Gallup, New Mexico. There's my van in the bottom right-hand corner. I discovered this hotel when I was driving Route 66 2 years ago. That's where Gallup is. It's kind of right on the state line on the east side, state line of Arizona and New Mexico. And it's an old historic town, and it's just a cool town. The hotel itself is just a piece of artwork, built in the 30s and came into prominence because of Route 66, but really with the movie stars of the 40s and 50s. And the place is covered with movie star memorabilia. It's really just pretty special. And it's all original. It never got demolished, never had to be rebuilt. It's all the real deal here. And again, that's the lobby photograph. That's what my setup looks like at this very minute. Got people walking by all over. That's okay. And this is the first time I've actually stayed in a hotel on purpose during my van trip without Kyle or the cat. And the other times I've been in hotels is because I've been forced to through breakdowns or whatever. But you can just see what a grand hotel this is, and the people that rode through this over the years. If you're anybody over 50, you'd probably recognize a lot of these folks, and if you're over 70, you'd really recognize a lot of these folks. There's some really famous people that have stayed in this hotel, that worked in this hotel in the movie business, and they actually shot movies to some degree inside here and around the Gallup area at large. It's very heavily featured with John Wayne. They have a John Wayne suite. When I booked my room, the suites were not available. So I'm staying in room 212, which is the Ida Lupino, room. I thought, well, that's kind of a cute thing. They'll just name the rooms after the people. But guess what? She's actually stayed in that room. And I'm like, who in the world is Ida Lupino? It turns out she's a pretty famous movie star. Lived quite a ways, a long life, 1918, 1995. Was in like 59 films. She directed 8, which it probably wasn't real popular for women to be directing back in those days. And it's just an honor to lay in bed and think of, the room's been remodeled a little bit, but it's the same hardware on the doors. So the same bathroom door, closet door, room door, and the windows, she looked out the same windows and touched that same door. And it's just, I can't tell you how cool it made my experience even that much more awesome. To me, this is what travel's all about, is just going to cool places and being open to what happens. Weather here is pretty nice. High 70s during the day, cools off from the mid 40s overnight, which is really nice. And gasoline here is thankfully $1 less than Arizona. Arizona was crazy expensive, nearly $5 a gallon. Here it's in the low $3. And real estate around here is pretty cheap. For a couple $100,000, you can buy yourself a nice place in Gallup, New Mexico. Let us know where you're watching from. We just added Poland to the map. If you're new to the program, howdy. My name is Scott. It's just a lot going on around the hotel lobby. And if you don't see your country's flag on the map, let us know, and we'll put it on the flag, because this is becoming an international sensation. What's Up Wednesday by Go Small, Live Large. Let's see what we got coming up. Oh yeah, subscribe if you haven't to the channel, and big shout out to Chris and Sandra, Beyond Intention. They have a YouTube channel, Beyond Intention. They're standing up a Facebook group for the Go Small, Live Large and larger community, so we can all share pictures, chat, meet friends, find out where to go together to camp out, hang out. Just go to Facebook, search Go Small Live Large. You'll find it there. I occasionally pop in, but I've got so many irons in the fire. I really have to take my hat off, which I'm not wearing, to Sandy for really helping with this. Many of you are very active on here. If you want to get into the deeper van life experience behind the scenes, we have an offering here, patreon.com/Go Small Live Large. There's a bunch of things we do. We just did a Zoom meetup yesterday. We had a bunch of folks on, and we're actually, because of that, going to be hanging out in Taos, New Mexico in the next few days. So if you want to kind of get an insider peek on all this stuff, this is what you want to do. 2 levels, you choose. There's urban camping spots that you'll only find on there that I've verified. Ooh, a lot coming at you. Streams, we got guests. Next week we got Neil and Britt. They are full-time traveling in a Winnebago Echo. She's a full-time traveling nurse, and he's a sponsored athlete. And we've got the following week, I'm going to be in the Storyteller Overland, my first time ever. And then we got Nick Schmidt. He is of Sunshine State RVs. He's the GM there. And then the week following, we've got Nick Recchio. He's the general manager for the B van division of Coachman. So a lot of people coming up. A really special shout out. Tomorrow, I'm helping Volta do their very first ever YouTube Live. So you need to go to their YouTube channel, not mine. So go to their YouTube channel, subscribe so you get notified. It's going to be happening at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to go for an hour. I'm going to help co-host. Jack, the CTO of Volta, is going to be on there. We got a number of topics to cover. So if you're a Volta customer, you're Volta curious, you're wondering what this whole thing about lithium is, you'll want to tune into that. And it's, again, their first time ever doing a live. I've been doing a lot of coaching with them over the last few weeks, and it's going to be great. But I remember my first What's Up Wednesday. It was a lot of work. Had a lot of stress. But join us tomorrow if you can. That'd be great. Let's see, what else? In-person events. We got stuff coming up way down. We'll talk about that. This is the Embassy RV event. So if you're an Embassy customer and you're still wanting to get involved with this, go to embassyrv.com, click on the events tab, and it shows all the stuff that's going on. I will be there. I will not be in my van. I will be in an entirely different van. Not even an Embassy RV. There's none available. We're trying hard to get that. But go to embassyrv.com, click events, get the information there. This is way up to the future, but it's going to be here before we know it, right? February 2024, huge Vantopia, Florida get together, camp out for a few days. Use the discount code GSLL Scott, and you save 5%. And be sure and select our group so we all camp together. Whew. Let me take a few questions before we get into this topic, because this is a big topic, and I want to. Isn't that lobby just amazing? It's so wild to walk out of my room, which is on the second floor, go, I don't know, 25 steps, and I come to the top of that staircase. It's just for the last 3 days, and it's just so cool. All right, let me see if we can answer some questions or say hi to some folks, and then we'll get into the meat of the matter because it's a big topic on tonight. Denim Rue, yes, she made so many great songs. Let me know what your favorite song is. Life is good. Happy to be in my new to me Pleasureway accent. Congratulations, 40,000 miles, just getting broken in. She's a beauty and want to keep her that way. Can you share washing and waxing tips while on the road? Cheers. I would not rely on a truck wash, RV wash service like the truck stops. Tried that. That was a miserable experience, and it actually marred my paint, I would call it. I do either I hand wash it with my own hose and wash wand that I store in my van. They're really inexpensive, like $25. You get them at Walmart. Or if you go to my, I'll get them at Walmart. Or go to my website. There's a product page. You can link up to Amazon there. Appreciate your support on that. It has really soft bristles is the whole point. The other one is to take it into a self-serve car wash, but make sure that the height clearance will accommodate the van, and all of the wands and all the arms up there can rotate freely above your van, so you're not hitting air conditioners and antennas and all kinds of things up there. And I would check the bristles, make sure they're soft, they're not scratchy plastic. A lot of those have horsehair or some kind of a hair, natural fiber. And then I would plan to spend about 15 to 20 minutes in there, so probably $10 to $15 with coins. A lot of them take credit cards now, so you swipe, you push the button, and you push the button when you're done. So it's one of the great things I love to do, actually, is wash my van, because it reminds me what it is. It's a vehicle that takes me places I wouldn't go, and it's my tiny home on 4 wheels. And that's as much landscaping as I do. So congratulations on your Pleasureway Ascent. Great rig. Ohio Sharon in the house. Good to see you. And Dan wants to know, did we see you in the Russo singing Happy Birthday to someone at Bisbee, Arizona? Probably. That was a weird Wild West weekend. So the first night was kind of a blur, I'll be honest. It got a little better to the last night, then that was a little bit of a blur, but we had so much fun. That's going to be an annual pilgrimage for me, at least. Ron's in the house. Good to see you, sir. Mr. Kurtz is in the house. Hopefully your serpentine belt thing went fine. Sir, I think I saw you note about that. Bill and Joe's in the house. How is your coachman? You guys ready to be a guest on What's Up Wednesday and share your experience with us? That would be awesome. Oh, we got Sherry. Sherry, if you can post the link for the MCRV owner wannabe in the chat tonight, that would be great. Sherry's one of the administrators, and they have a really amazing, over 1,000 people now. I'm almost become the outsider. It's kind of interesting. But hi, Sherry. Here's John's in the house. Peggy in the house. Good to see you. High Springs, Florida. Gary's in the house. Got a lot of regulars at So Great Orland Park, just north of old home base Kankakee. And yeah, it's been a long week. We got so much done though. This is maybe a new way to roll for me. Is get into. I would not be staying in a courtyard on purpose. I tell you, it's going to be a cool old hotel like this. I mean, really, who doesn't want to work in this environment every day for 10 or 12 hours? Let's see. Peggy's got a question here. Any embassies at the expo? Nope, not that I saw. We'll get into that in just a second. But not that I saw. Mace Mike's in the house. This is great. Let's see who else we got. Van Liberty. Did you see that new Lexus rig at the Overland Expo? I did not. I'll talk about that in a second. It was interesting. Yeah, Gallup is really cool. Really, the rock formations are just amazing. I'm really excited. I'm going from here to Albuquerque. I'm doing a Volta dealer training at La Mesa on Friday. Then we're heading up into Los Alamos and then into Taos. And then I'm heading into Colorado, into Denver area. So really, really great. A lot going on. ACI Van's in the house. Whoa, Clayton, what's up? How are you? Great to see you, sir. This is great. Hey, Jeff's in the house. Yeah, we got, they sent me a note, him and his wife were manning information booths, or personing, I guess it would be. And it was great to see them. It's been a while since I saw them, so she picked me out of the crowd, and I'm glad she did, and then pointed me over to Jeff's location. And we'll see them both, Jeff and Anita, at the embassy camp out in June outside of Elkhart. So this light here, I'm pretty sure is possessed by Ida, because I've been here for 3 days, 10 hours a day, and it flickers all the time. I can't figure out why. Hey, Ida, what's up? She made a great movie. Oh my God, we're gonna talk about that. Justin's in the house, but he's got to come on. He's got a big old story to tell. Justin, we got to find a date for you, sir. Not you did what you did. Neil and Britt, they're going to be on next. You still sapping Starling from Justin is from Neil and Brett. They're going to be our guests next week. I'm really excited to have them on. All right, let's see what else we got going. Josh in the house. He's run the Vanlife Outfitters and the Vantopia, Florida. So get your tickets, get in the group. It's going to be a sellout. You save 5%. And we all want to be together because it was so crazy last year. Many of you are reaching out and saying, hey, I'm going to do it again. Or should I do it again? I'm like, what are you talking about? Should. Just do it. Get your ticket now. Start planning. Zaya's in the house. These guys and Mrs. Gomez, you have got to get on the What's Up Wednesday and share your story. We met them at the in-depth at the Bisbee event, and they're in it's a Thor product. I want to say Rise. I might be wrong. Really charming couple. You will love them. Beyond the Ferns in the house. Wow, this is great. And Kim's in the house. Say hi to Tim. Alfred. Good to see you, sir. This is great. All right, so I think that's it. So I want to get into our content. It's already 20 after a while. So Mr. Kurtz, a belt, alternator, and tensioners were all replaced. $2,000 job under warranty. Thank God. So that was kind of my experience, right? So my serpentine belt gave out at about 100 and what was it? 8,000 miles. Stranded me in Houston. It always happens on the weekend. Mine was about $3,000, I think. Yeah, about 2,200 if I think right. So that sounds about right. Mine was out of pocket though. Good job, sir. Okay. Here we got a super chat. And this comes in from the Boondocker, $10. Okay, you know what that means. Everybody's got to have a drink. I just might start this early because it's always a week for me. And tonight's my Friday night. Although we got the I'll cover what this is at the libation night portion, but we got the Volta YouTube live tomorrow, so I'd be on my best behavior. So cheers, everybody. Ooh. Ooh. That was expensive, and I know why now. That is, ooh. First time having that. That is lovely. I can't wait to tell you about that. Have a drink on me, Scott. Hope you're doing well. Family. Boondocker, thank you so much, sir, for your generous donation. All right, appreciate that. What a guy. Okay, so let's get into this. I want to share this with you, and I'm kind of poking fun at the Overland crowd because they are more strong than I ever could be, and this was literally a display, and it kind of, to me, just recapped. It was the quintessential image of the entire weekend because most of these rigs had no vans or no toilets. So let me get into this. It's pretty funny. So literally, this sums up what I saw. Now, I didn't stay long. This guy was selling these. It was a lanyard with this clip. It was a toilet paper roll. He actually patented this thing. I think they were $20. And because that's what a lot of these people do. They have to go out into the woods, dig a hole, and then do their thing. I did that in Boy Scouts just a few minutes ago, and I will never do that again unless it is an absolute emergency. But I got to tell you, that for me summed up what the Overland Expo was all about. So let's kind of get into it a little bit. Again, it happened last weekend. It was in Flagstaff. There's a number of these across the country. And Overland, I think by definition, it's a vehicle that you take off-road, and you're really camping. You're not traveling in it. You just kind of go up into the woods, and you really do a rugged camping. Again, there's a number of places. This was the West one, and they had a jam-packed schedule. They had an app. I mean, there was overlaps. This was one day. It went 4 days. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think there was some stuff on Thursday. I bought the camping pass, and I thought I was going to be cool and camp with these folks. It was in a county park. But and the tickets are fairly expensive, $230 for dry camping. There was no services. There's a tremendous amount of warning about two-wheel drive vehicles being stuck in mud because it was a field and it had been raining. It rained every day from Prescott all the way to Flagstaff, and it rained like crazy on Friday. It rained from like 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and it rained hard, hail, and it was. So I got really scared. And I said, you know what? I'll pass on Friday. I'll go stay at a Cracker Barrel, which I got a picture of here in just a second. And I'll go back on Saturday. Well, what I decided to do is I learned that there's I just wasn't into it. I'll be honest with you. The more I looked at it from afar, I just wasn't into it, but I was bought in. And then I got there. So what I was going to do is just go in for a few hours, get some videos, get a sense of it all. But just as I talked to people, because we met a lot of people, because there was just the town was swamped with all these Overland type folks, and they're like, yeah, there's not many vans there because they all have rigs like mine, and I'm like, so let's go for a few hours. I got there, and after spending $230 on tickets to camp, which is literally just parking in a field full of mud, I had no ticket for entry, so I had to cough up another $40 to go in, and I'm like. I was a little upset about that. I mean, you spend that kind of money for camping, you should at least get in for a day, right? I was pretty annoyed. But anyway, I'm there, taking it on the chin for the channel and to learn something, right? And then on Saturday, I left. I went to Winslow, Arizona. I'd had enough of all of it. And so Sunday, I didn't even bother. I was in Winslow, Arizona. So let me show you. So this was Friday night. You want to guess where this is? This was at 5:30 in the morning at Cracker Barrel in Flagstaff, but wait, there's more. Every parking spot except the 10 spots in front of the restaurant were taken by all kinds of people. Were camping in their cars, a lot of RVs. Some of these were converted ambulances. Some of these were real junkers. I couldn't believe it. I have never seen anything like my entire life. that would be worth a video, tour of itself. But then I figured out I could get on a bus, park in a safe spot at one of the few designated places. But the lines were long. The buses came and went, and again, I had to go buy a pass. It was $40 on Saturday at the gate. And so I got in, and this is what I saw. I saw a few vans. This is VanDoIt. They're kind of the modular approach. They did a really cool wrap on the van. You can see that there. I'm not sure I want my van to look like it's falling apart. What do you think? This was the gallon side. I just kind of poked my head in, and there's her ice chest next to her toilet. See the bottom shelf? So these are the kind of the modular folks. And this is what the whole place was filled with, is this. And again, it's not the way I roll. So it's kind of interesting, but like in Vanlife, it's like, it's just a very different way to roll. Class A, Class C, B vans, and these truck campers, they were just, this was the whole thing. These transformer platforms that look super awesome until it's raining, hailing at 3 a.m. and you got to pee and there's no heat and I don't know, you got to scurry down the ladder, and it's so interesting to me. I'm just so not interested in it either. I have to be honest. This was an actual earth roamer. There's a line, and you kind of got guided through. And if you know anything about earth roamers, these are built to withstand a nuclear holocaust. Here's all the stuff. It's got 18,000 watts of lithium. It's got a 1,600 watt solar array. It's got 100 gallons of diesel. It's got 120 gallons of fresh. You could live in the desert for quite a while. You want to guess the price on that bad boy? Anybody know? Yeah, the HD model is 1.9 million starting at. I'm like, Elon needs one of these things, right? Maybe it's breathtaking, just breathtaking. But wait, there's more. So this is same idea, less money, less everything, but cool, right? Adventure trucks. This is the Global Expedition, the orange tent, and the one behind it with that big old, see the patio lift up thing? I guess you can have a dance party up there. I don't know. Top of your your Global X vehicle, which is part of Storyteller, by the way, if you didn't know that. I did see the Storyteller vans. There was nobody around. I didn't see anybody I knew. 3115. Oh my God, this is really interesting. Whoops. Again, this is the Global Expeditions. This is part of Storyteller. Amazing rig. Look at this. This got dual wheels, but they're inline. What do you call that? Not side by side. And then, these things are, $800,000 to $1 million, $800,000 to $1 million. There's some of the funniest things with people with their dogs, right? I just couldn't get over it. Really nice folks. Everybody was just super nice. It's RV crowds. Everybody's totally cool, passionate about what they're doing. But it was just this kind of stuff. And it's curious to me to look at, but you buy I don't know, what's a new Toyota run these days? 70,000, and you put another 20 or 30 into it, and you still can't use the toilet. It's stunning to me, but that's me. I'm totally. When you put your bias on somebody else, right? This guy actually used a storage box on top of his cab that was full of solar, and the solar on top of that box. So off grid, long time, get away from humanity. Yeah, I get it. This was solar panels on top. Just again, tons of this kind of stuff. Even down to the towables. It was all ruggedized, off grid. And then I'm turning the corner and I see this. Just like, that's it. That's what it is. You're just at a root level of existing in the comfort that you want to exist in. I just couldn't get over it. And I went and talked to the guy, and he's like, yeah, I got a patent on these things, and they're selling pretty good, because if you're out there doing this stuff, it's really a hassle trying to handle your toilet paper. I'm like, I hope I never have to experience that. But good job, sir, patenting that. Great idea. Now, if it's raining, I can't even imagine what that turns into. when you're out there on a Home Depot bucket or squatting over a hole. Again, not my crowd. I am the first to admit. And then, God was speaking to me clearly that you shouldn't be spending 3 days with them, because I would have left. So God works in mysterious ways, I say. So that's kind of my recap. Love to get your thoughts. Have you been to any of these, and are you really kind of going between a camper van or one of these pickup Jeep Overland type of vehicles? I'd love to know, because it was, and there's a lot of duplication of the same ideas, different twists, right? Saw our friends at Defender Tools. They were there, Zoe and Rich. They were going to do a video. They're going to be on the show coming down. But just a lot of innovation, a lot of really great ideas. And to that, I really, give my an applaud, because it's really, really cool. If you're into that kind of stuff, my brother is. He goes out hunting turkeys with the bow and arrow, and he's off into the bush for a week. Coming back and probably needs a flea dip. Just not me. So let me know what you think. All right. How are we doing so far? Holy cow. Yeah, give us a thumb up if you're having a great day. Lord have mercy. We got some really cool stuff with winging coming up. That's what has got me so wound tight. I'm just really excited about this stuff. Okay, so so we're going to do Libation Live. Let me just look for some comments and questions. We got a nice crowd in here tonight. This is great. Y'all are talking amongst yourselves. This is just what it's all about. Mr. Partain in the house. Sir, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We met Jack at the Super Show 2 years ago. He's a little bit of has a fondness for the whiskey. And I will take you up, sir, on some of your offers to stop by when I get back into Georgia. How we doing our lobby cam? So because this is on Route 66, people literally come in to see the hotel. They walk up and down the lobby, and then they depart. There is I'm going to do a video on this in the morning before I leave. There's an OK restaurant, and there's it's a cool lounge that they sort of modernized. I just love being in this environment. It's kind of Western cowboy, lots of history, movie stars, staying in a movie star's room where she, I have to say the staff is not up to par to the storyline. That's reasonably inexpensive, like $120 a night. So I'm just glad to be here. And their internet's really great. I'm getting so much done here. All right, let's look for some questions or comments. So Boondoggers, Josh, VLO, Josh, what's up? Josh, Vanlife Outfitters, Boondogger, what? I'm pretty confused. Let's see, go down here. And, that's a great idea. We should get Go Small, Live Large branded lanyard toilet paper holders. Maybe I'll make a merch deal with that guy. Oh my God, that is a great idea. It's like getting, Grandma gives you the macrame toilet paper holder cover thing. It's a doll. Remember those lovely items? Excuse me. Catmandu, I suspect the TP lanyard guy invented it during the height of COVID when TP was briefly worth more than gold. Or he's dropped his tissue roll in the middle of his business in a wet environment, and he's like having to, I don't even know, scoot around to go get it. It's rolling down the hill. I just can't even imagine. I'm far too old and far too cultured, I guess. I don't know. Page wants one. Now I feel bad I didn't get the guy's information. One of those toilet paper necklaces used to hang around my embassy. It's so great. I should have bought a bunch. Now you guys are making me think about it. That is hysterical. Mason Mike is saying, hey, messing the Flagstaff weather and gas price. 95 there, gas $4.79. Ooh, it's really pleasant here. It's 20 degrees cooler and $1.50 cheaper, sir. Consider Gallup. This is a cool town. Yeah, I'm with Peggy. I'm going to stick with the glamming. It's so true. Let's see. Melbourne, Australia. What time of day is? Oh, there she puts it. Hi, Bathing Life. Hi, all coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. 9:23 a.m. The 25th of May, the 23rd year. I like how you guys do your dates. I do mine ask backwards. It's the full year, the month, and then the date. But I love how you guys and the 24-hour clock, right? Lisa, Mike, and I were talking about that. And if you're ever in my presence, you have full permission to quiz me what time of day it is on the 24-hour clock, because I think that is so much more efficient as your date. Glad to have you here. Good morning. We're having whiskey in the evening. Let's jingle the jar for the freebie. Oh my God, we got to do Libation Live. I got to tell you this. Talk about this stuff. This is really interesting. Let's see. Thank you for that. Watching from Australia. That's so great. Take it easy. Yes, Gary, we're going to talk about that in a moment. Congratulations. Are you actually there? That is a cool place. Yeah, money can buy whatever you want. It's absolutely true. Neil and Britt, unzip the tent and let it spray. Great. Then I have to go wash my truck because I peed on it the night before. Here's Kim saying, went to Overland Expo near Fredericksburg, Texas last year. I think had the only van there. Let me just say, Vanlife is so much better. That's how I roll. Yeah, I'm with you, Tim and Kim. It's a great crowd. Again, they're RVers. They're into being in nature like we are. They're into discovery. They're into all the things we are. It's just a different approach. And I really applaud them for what they do because they are way stronger than I am. Like my brother, going turkey shooting with a bow and arrow. Beyond the Fern, I would hate to have to set up those tents every night. Half your trip is setting up and tearing down, digging holes in the woods. Yeah, we kind of saw that in action, Mesa, Mike, and I at our Woody's Mountain Campground. They actually, like it's way more than our setup and tear down in a van, but some of those that have done it a few times, they're actually fairly quick about it. But if you're new to it, yeah, it's like you're putting together a puzzle. It's really something else. But then you're getting kind of exposed to the weather, right? Cold or hot, bugs. But again, this is how are you going to roll? What's up, Van Liberty? Comments cracking me up, buddy. Yeah, this whole thing just cracks me up. So I'm telling you, there's a voice in my head that's really been ringing loud lately and helping me get clarity. And some of those of you who've been around me the last few weeks, there's a lot going on in my head, and we're trying a lot of different experiments. And, the spirit was telling me, this is not worth your time. But that's fine, right? Right? For a $2 billion home to a Home Depot bucket. That's the full gamut. It sure is. Let's see. Roads of Life. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us. All kinds of islands out there for all kinds of people. If you didn't have Lily and had to buy an Overland van, which would you choose, assuming no cost was an issue? I don't know. Overland? I mean, I'd like a ruggedized van because of the looks, the clearance, the lights. I mean, those are all practical things for me. But it boils down to a toilet for me. I'm going to be in a Storyteller in 2 weeks from tonight. Think about that for a minute. We've had some big laughs. Some of you have been hanging around me for, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be in a rower van in a, Storyteller 3 weeks, rower van next week. Yeah, so 2 weeks Storyteller. Rower van doesn't have a toilet. They got the little porta potty, which is like a training potty setup. For me, it's easier to just go buy, a case of Gatorade, empty it all out, or drink some of the orange ones. Get a bright color so I can't make a mistake at night, and then pee in the bottle because I don't know. That's my deal. I don't have a good answer for you. Here goes the internet. It's just the phone over here. Hopefully it's failing because it's tired. I would say that Wingham is really high on my list right now because I've been working with working with the team, and it's been there it goes. Then occasionally this door opens. I wish you could see this, and there's not much wind, so this place is haunted in a good way. So I don't know. What would you be buying? Roads of Life? I know you have an embassy. All right, let's do Libation Live. How are we doing on time? Good Lord. Just Lord have mercy. Okay, so Libation Live. So here's the thumb up. We talked about that already. Libation Live. So what the story on this is, I discovered this, and again, to me, this whole setting is the point of travel, whether you're part-time or full-time, in an RV in particular, in a van specifically, or a small, Wingham size thing that fits in a normal parking spot, not an earth roamer, is there's so much to see, experience, history to soak up. This place is just steeping in history, and because of their really nice gift shop, it's really fantastic. It's a destination for silver and turquoise. This is what was displayed, and again, because of the tie-in with this hotel and John Wayne and John Wayne's son, I can't remember his name, starts with an E. I discovered this, and I had there's 3 versions. Expensive, $60 a bottle, and then really expensive, $150 a bottle. I tried the inexpensive one at the bar last night, and I really wasn't all that impressed. This one, though, is what makes this special is it's Grand Cru Founders Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in Grand Cru French oak. So it's been soaking in red wine barrels, and I can't read this because the font's so bad. I don't know why people put things in font size you can't read them anymore, right? Unless you're 25. I just don't get it. But anyway, I didn't know what to expect. It was because I bought some of these expensive ones before, and they really are not that great. This one's been, I think, it's aged 10 years. 10 years. So it's been sitting around a while, right? Comes out of Kentucky. This is bottled in 21. So it's got all the legit cred, and then just having the taste of it. I'm sorry I can't see it. I'm in my out of the van glass. The color does have a reddish hue to it. I saw it when I was taking a picture of it for the thumb, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. And I'm telling you, I've had bourbon that's in Asian port barrels, cognac, some red wine, but this one is very different. It's very good. It's and it's, what is the proof on this? I think it's like 55% alcohol, so it's what, 90 proof, something like that. They had one that's like 120. I've kind of discovered I really don't like their high alcohol proof ones. It impedes my taste buds. But it's just great. So again, drinking Duke bourbon, discovered at the El Rancho Hotel, that his son found some actual, if you read the history on the company, did I put them in here? So a lot of John Wayne memorabilia here in the hotel. And I just can't get enough of this stuff. I don't know. Maybe I had a weird childhood or something. But the place is just filled with cowboy western stuff, right? And if you go to their website, Duke Spirits, you can read the whole story. And John Wayne says, if I'm going to have a drink, it better be a good one. So cheers to that. It is really good. It exceeded my expectations. So that was the deal there. All right, let's say howdy to a few more folks. It's just such a great night tonight. I wish it is my Friday night, but I got this big YouTube Live Volta thing tomorrow, so I'd be on my best behavior. Let's see, let's do this tonight. And I got another video to shoot in the morning. We've been shooting videos like crazy. And I want to give a special shout out to thank you, Paige. I appreciate that. Trying to have some fun tonight. So a special shout, maybe Mike's going to allude to this. Hey, Scott, any special release videos coming out soon? Wink, wink. Yeah. So many of you on the Patreon, I shared some videos that have not been released yet that will be shortly. The video we're going to release on Sunday, I'm trying a very different style. So I get more content out. The channel is still growing. I want to reach more people. My message is not resonating. I think Vanlife in large, the hype is over. People went back to work. And so we're trying some things differently. And we're going to do kind of a vlog style. You will rarely see me following me around with a camera because I'm really not that interesting. But there's interesting things I see and do, and we're going to capture that in real time with just my iPhone. I'm not getting out the gimbal, and we're not getting all the setup and all the staging and all the stuff I normally do. So to answer Mike's question here, yeah, you're going to see the first release of that this Sunday. And I've now got 2 more of those. We'll have another in the morning. And I've got 3 van tours and the Wingham thing. So I'm pretty front loaded. So we're at the point where I can do 2 videos a week plus What's Up Wednesday starting probably next week. And as I travel to Denver, everything's going to be captured in this new style. So yeah, we got a lot going on because I just want to reach more people. I want more people to figure out what's best for them. You know, our channel motto is we learn together, we share together, but you decide what's the best way for you to roll. Maybe you decide that a Jeep with a bed platform popping up is what you actually prefer. You don't need all this stuff that we got, lithium and all this stuff. You can run off, your whatever, right? That's the whole point, is you do you. I'm just sharing, and you decide. And that's the whole get up. And I'm really excited. I probably haven't been this excited in a long time. And I want to thank Mesa Mike and many in the crowd tonight for taking a sneak peek and giving some feedback on that. So buying some new hardware and there's just a lot going on. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is staying in other vans. So I'll be renting vans off of Outdoorsy and off of Go Camp. Because all I know is my van. So I'm not ready to trade it in yet, but my van's stale to a lot of you. So the Rover van's the first one. The Storyteller is the second one. So probably doing 1 or 2 van rentals a month just to try out the vans, different types, right? Maybe even a Jeep with a platform, Maybe I'll get one of those toilet paper things. Who knows? No, you'll never see me do that. Sorry. Oh, this is a good idea. This is what you guys are cracking me today. So I have a 12-year-old wild turkey, Van Liberty, that I got in on our Caribbean cruise at Christmas, and I am saving that. But 30-year Jack Daniels, please save me some for that for the embassy thing. Are you going to that, sir? This is a great idea. The Boondocker said you can only use the TP lanyard when eating barbecue. That's absolutely true. Well, maybe cut your get a saw and like floss and saw that paper towel in third so it fits the thing. Toilet paper would make a mess. You are just cracking me up tonight. Oh, good heavens! Yeah, and then brings all the attention to you doing your thing. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Good idea though. If black tanks all of a sudden didn't exist, what kind of toilet would you end up using? I would say Lavio. The MC crowd knows the Lavio quite well. I would probably prefer that over a cassette toilet. Now, I will be trying cassette toilet, a real cassette toilet, not the porta potty training thing, when I get my hands on a Wingham later this year. And I've been practicing on no toilet tissue into the tank, so I'm good with that. But probably Lavia was something I could do. So that's what I would do. Maybe one of you can let me use your Lavio when we get to Embassy Campout. What do you think? Let's see. Look way up on my heart. So what is this? I wish you could search. That would be kind of cool. Please hold. We got a few more things to cover, so don't go away. We got 10 minutes left. Roads Life, I don't see it. I did gain a follower yesterday. A dad and a son from Italy were roaming through. They'd never heard of Wingham. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Editing videos." YouTube channel? Yeah, Van. Yeah. Okay. What's your channel? Subscribe. I'm like, thanks, buddy. I don't see it. Repost, please. Roads of Life. Oh, right here. Just a few days, I'll be our 34th wedding anniversary, and all I have to say is, I'm the luckiest man on the planet. You are, sir. That I know. I love you, Susan. And I want everybody to know it. She's a patient woman. So let's have a cheers to Susan and Roads of Life. Rob, congratulations. Congratulations, 34 years of anything is doing well. All right, so let's go down to the bottom here. I want to share a few more things with you. So let's see how we do. We gotta go over here. I think I'm gonna have a steak and a bourbon and go to bed after this. You know what's also got me all screwed up is you people in Arizona. What's up? We're on Mountain Time, but in Arizona you're on Pacific Time. So I have got all these appointments goofed up because of the time zone change. We're on Mountain Time in New Mexico, which is, it's almost 6 p.m. here, but in Arizona it's 7 p.m. No, it's 5 p.m. almost 5 p.m. because they're on Pacific Time, even though it's Mountain Time. It's the craziest thing. So those of you know the change in time zones, the first few days you're like, what? So you wake up, where am I? What day is it? What time is it? Should I go back to bed, roll over, or roll out, right? I don't know. Keep them coming in. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun tonight. This is a beautiful idea. So you get yourself a Home Depot bucket, the toilet paper lanyard, and then you get one of the Halo shower type things. Now you got a private toilet. Maybe we should sell the Go Small Live Large toilet accessory kit. Put in a big old Amazon box, charge $100 for it. I don't know. Or maybe it's one of the extra tall, like you hang your cooking pot over a fire, but get a really long one. So it's like, 6 feet off the ground. And you can hang your toilet paper off that and over your bucket, and they kind of put some saran wrap or something, some tin foil over it. It's just, it's, thank God we're RVers. Most people think we're crazy, and they're right in a good way. All right, so let me share this with you. Oh, here we got a couple of these. How did I miss this? I wish there was a way to, they need to get on this StreamYard stuff. So, Alfred, thank you very much. He is the coolest cat. So unassuming and such a great guy. Alfred, cheers, sir. Thank you for that. This stuff is getting better by the minute. I'm almost out. I have to have a little more per. Patrick Wayne, is that his? Thank you, Alfred. Really appreciate it. We spent a lot of time with Alfred. We even went on a mine tour. Were you behind me or in front of me? I can't remember, on the mine train. Oh my gosh, how much fun was that? It seems like years ago. It was a month ago. It's unbelievable. Is it Patrick Wayne? Ethan, yeah, it was Ethan. It's got Duke Whiskey, his taste. Ethan Wayne lives here in Orange County. I had the pleasure of hanging out with him a couple of times. No way, Alfred, that is so great. Yeah, and if you go to their website, you read the story that Ethan found a bunch of his dad's memoirs and stuff that were really kind of unknown. And part of it was his goal was to always have a distillery, have a brand of bourbon associated with him. And so Ethan went through that and, found a team and put it together. And, it's a little van life miracle. I'm in the Rancho Hotel where John Wayne slept, ate, drank, smoked. I'm sure it'd been down by the fire, right? And here in the gift shop, they got a little display. Bought it. This one's really good, way better than what I tasted last night. So thank you for that. But this you look at that shadow one. Sorry. Thank you, Alfred, for sharing that and sharing that. I appreciate that, sir. Let's see if I got more of that. I saw one more down here. Paige, what's up? Look at this. Woo! Thank you. Tip for the host. Keep up the great work. Put me on the wait list for your customized TP necklace. Oh my God, that's so funny. The Ghost Ball Live Large. And because we're going to do it right, we're going to use paper towels. We're going to cut those things in thirds because when you're out there in the bush, what you don't want is a tissue malfunction. You need some sturdiness. Oh, excuse me. Splash myself. Yeah, Lavia works well. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate it. God love you. She is a very patient woman. Yes, sir. I know. I've met you. You're an awesome guy. And you're not coming to the embassy camp out, right? Because you can't, because you're like a few months from countdown to a sayonara, right? Oh, this is a beauty. So we're going to see Neil and Brent this weekend, and I can practice dumping their cassette when we see you in a few days. That's not a bad idea. You could record me doing that. We got to put our heads together on this whole program. God, I wish we would have bought one of those toilet paper things now. Damn it. I don't don't know, just to wipe the stuff off me, maybe. I don't know. My paper towel holder. Yes, that's a beautiful. Let's do that. I'm in. You feel like you see it for a few hours. That's our main goal. Oh my God! Please make it clean. I love this. This is so great. You guys all made my day. I was in a bad mood earlier. Oh no, Sharon. Hey, Sharon and Mike, some of my favorites and earliest favorites. Oh my gosh. You two are so great. Welcome back to home. All right, let me share this with you. Then we'll call it a wrap. This is very serious stuff we're talking about here. So we mostly do song of the week, but we're doing a movie of the week. This is more of a slide projector. I need to update that. But I want to clue you in on this movie because I'd never heard of Ida Lupino. I've never really heard of Glenn Ford. And I'm staying in a room. They've got this poster. I'm like, let's check it out, right? So, dear Apple TV, type. I rented it. I actually might go buy it for $13. It came out in 1949. I got to tell you, it's black and white. I love black and white movies. Let me know if you love black and white movies. And what I love about black and white movies is that you have to put your brain into it. It's not like sitting down with your Coke and popcorn and letting all the CGI overwhelm you, right? This is, you have to actually kind of pay attention to the storyline. I love black and white movies. Mason, Mike, this is your homework tonight or tomorrow. I know you're very, very busy tonight. Sit down with Joy and get yourself a libation and watch this movie because it's set and the whole story is around Superstition Mountain. That is the lust for gold. I did not know that. And I actually might buy this movie. It's a really good movie and it does not end the way I thought. And she is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm sleeping in the bedroom that she slept in this hotel. So there's a little tie-in now. I know I'm a big Ida fan. And again, what a woman. 59 movies she was in. I think she directed 8 of them. And when women are doing that kind of stuff, any really pioneer of any gender, they're doing that kind of stuff way ahead of their time. It just, my hat has got to go off to them. So check out Lust for Gold. What were you doing in 1949 would be my question. And our song of the night, we honored Tina Turner earlier, does come from the Eagles. Take It Easy, because I was just there just 3 days ago. Take It Easy. Actually, a pretty cool song. Jackson Browne started writing it. Glenn Frey came up with the phrase "standing on the corner," and then they started working on it together. And it was the first track off of their debut album, The Eagles. And it was their first single release. And it topped out at number 12, Billboard, 1972. And when you stand on the corner of Winslow, Arizona, you know it's pretty cool. And unfortunately, it's about the only thing to do in Winslow, Arizona, is stand on the corner. But you get the picture, right? Flatbed Ford. But the thing I discovered this visit versus last visit, when I was running Route 66, is I street camped. And then the next morning, well, that night I went for a walk around. And I went further than I had the last time. I discovered the La Posada Hotel, another famed, historic train depot hotel. And that staff was on point. I didn't stay the night in the hotel. I was in my van. They made a mean martini, let me tell you. And I'd go back to Winslow just to hang out in the hotel. The Wi-Fi was smoking hot. And it was, so I got a picture here. This is what it looked like at night. That's actually my photograph. This is what it looked like in the morning. It was just a cool place to hang out. And it's these kind of places I'd love to discover. Then I go kind of set up like this, not quite this elaborate. I'm a guest here, so I'm paying some of the bill at the hotel. But there, you can sit for a few hours, do some work, plug in, get some Wi-Fi, get lunch. At La Posada Hotel. Anybody been there? Let me know. And it's just so great to be on the road. It feels like I don't know. I'm just in a weird mood right now. Weird mood. I might put a video out about that. Maybe we'll talk about this weekend if we all get together. All right, empty Neil and Britt's cassette toilet. That's a beautiful idea. I just love that. Woo, Lord have mercy. Okay, let's see what's going on. How's the hotel lobby doing? Anybody down here? This hotel lobby, the only people that are here is the people coming in to take a look at it, and then they leave. It's just they need to really work on the storyline a little bit. It'd be fun to have a van camp here, wouldn't it? bunch of vans lined up. It's literally on Route 66 too. There's a bunch of Route 66 just around here. Well, that's a little too close for me. Let's go that way. All right, so let's. What else we got going? I think that's it. Let's see if we got. Yeah, it's just a YouTube user. Love black and white movies when I run out of color movies. No. So we talked about Lust for Gold. There's another great one in black and white. John Wayne was in when he was pretty young. Stagecoach. And he was actually in the hotel when that was being filmed around here, is my understanding. And there's another one called Apache Junction, black and white. Not Jane Fonda. Her dad, Henry Fonda, was in that one, and John Wayne, I think, was in that one too. I just love the old black and white westerns. But Stagecoach was the western black and white, the western that really set the agenda for western movies. Everything since. It's kind of like there's certain horror movies that have kind of set the genre from everything since. And he was on the more serious side, not the spaghetti western kind that the other guy, Sergio or whatever his name was. James Cagney. I mean, I wish you could see all these. I don't know most of these people that are in these pictures. And unfortunately, they don't label the pictures. They've just got their autograph on it, which you can't read them. They really need to take this up a notch. I followed a few senior citizens around asking who this one is, who that one is, and they knew him, of course, right? It's just so much fun. Citizen Kane, that's a great black and white. I'm not sure I ever saw that one. Steve, thank you. Steve Hood, there you are, sir. He's going to be on the show as a guest in August, right? August? Make sure we all have water included. No, let's do the real thing. I want to get it. No better than have somebody there being training wheels. That'd be a good one. I'm not sure I've seen that one. That's a good one. Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, Neil and Britt says Australia and Europe are so far ahead of us with RV innovations. Just jealous. I'm really excited for the wing. It's going to be a huge announcement. We're probably going to make it on Tuesday. It sounds like. I am super pumped. You're all going to be like, wow. Oh, that's a great idea. If they turn Blazing Saddles to black and white, would it count for anything? That's a great. I haven't seen that in a long time. I might actually buy that tonight. I just love old Western. You know how hard it is to find an old Western that's good? All the Clint Eastwood stuff, the spaghetti Westerns are pretty good. Most of them are in color, but there's just something about a black and white movie. I've actually thought about recording a certain kind of video in black and white just to freak people out. All right, folks. I'm 2 minutes over. Well, with that, let's do this. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. A little kind of a wacky program tonight, but just a delight to have you all here. And we had a great crowd. You all talk amongst yourselves. We all had a good laugh at 3. There's one more on the house. And we'll see you all next Wednesday. New video on Sunday. It's 10 minutes at the rest stop. Speaking of toilet paper and stuff like that, you don't want to miss that. Okay, so we see you next week. We say, journey on. Thanks for being here. Really do appreciate it. And peace be with you.